Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news, 5 Catholic priests have been arrested following a sexual abuse investigation by the Attorney General's office. And that's not all. What the AG's office found after reviewing thousands of documents. Also breaking this afternoon, is it finally happening? When all hope seemed lost, we're now close to lower car insurance payments. Governor Whitmer says a deal has been reached on legislation that will reform Michigan auto insurance. Priya Mann live in Lansing as the vote to approve that new deal is about to get underway. Priya?
And Sandra, this is a very rare Friday session. It really caps off a week of intense negotiations for Republicans. They wanted to remove uncapped medical benefits. For Democrats, they wanted to remove non-driving factors that determine coverage. Both of those issues leading Michigan to having one of the highest auto insurance rates in the country. Now, again, the governor is calling this auto insurance to get lower rates. Now what the governor is saying, drivers could purchase plans with reduced coverage levels at lower rates, and this would provide choice in coverage levels, structured compensation levels for medical providers, and removes the ability of insurance companies to discriminate based on non-driving factors such as gender, credit score, home ownership, or your marital status. And for Detroiters, for years your zip code has often worked against you. There are a lot of House Democrats here in Lansing who are unhappy with the bill in its current form. Take a listen to Representative Isaac Robinson.
We're always last. But you know what? She's going to be a one-term governor. She doesn't slow this thing down and make it better.
So there's obviously a lot of contention here in Lansing right now, but what the governor is saying, drivers could choose to continue unlimited coverage, or they could purchase plans capping benefits at $250,000 or $500,000. Medicaid drivers could select $50,000 in coverage. Now, again, this is a very rare Friday session. That vote was expected to happen earlier today. Hasn't happened yet. We are live in Lansing. We'll continue to follow this story, this breaking news as it develops, and we'll have the very latest as soon as we learn it. Reporting from Lansing, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Priya. Also breaking now at noon, several Catholic priests behind bars. This following an investigation by the AG's office into clergy sexual abuse. Jason Colthorpe live in the newsroom today. And Jason, there is certainly a lot to unpack here.
And this just wrapped up, Sandra, just a few minutes ago in Lansing. The Attorney General holding a press conference announcing criminal sexual conduct charges against those 5 priests. It was a team of 44 lawyers looking into this for several months, going back to last year. Now, 2 of those 5 priests are from the Archdiocese of Detroit. The first one is Neil Kalina, 63 years old. He was charged in Macomb County with 1 felony count of CSC 4. He worked as a priest at St. Kiernan Catholic Church in Shelby Township and was arrested yesterday in Little Rock, California. The other one is Patrick Casey, 55 years old, was working as a priest at St. Theodore of Canterbury Parish in Westland. He was arrested yesterday in Oak Park and is charged with 1 felony count of CSC 3. Now, here's what the Attorney General had to say a little while ago.
The materials I know that I have personally read, I have seen some things that are incredibly disturbing. And I will say I have seen communications, not only times when there's discussions between higher-ups in various churches where they discuss having found out, having discovered that a priest was abusing a child, and then having the discussion be, where should that priest go? Not should we go to law enforcement.
Also very disturbing, a lead prosecutor talked about earlier in that press conference about overhearing conversations with priests during their investigation about blaming the victims. And by the way, the victims in this case are from ages 5 to 26 years old. Right now it's 5 victims, but they have a tip line where they're getting constant tips on this as they investigate. And there's more about some outrage from the Attorney General that we're going to talk about later today on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. We'll get to all of that, but a lot more to talk about with this disturbing story. Sandra?
Yeah, much more to discuss. We'll see you later today, Jason, starting at 4, 5, and 6. You know, a lot of folks wondering the big question, will the weather cooperate for us this holiday weekend? Let's go ahead and send it over to Brandon, looking for some answers. Brandon, looking for some sunshine, too, for the holiday.
Wouldn't be a holiday weekend without a little bit of everything, so we will deliver a little sun. I am a little surprised that this held together as well as it did, coming into dry air. Got a couple of drips and maybe a little drizzle, couple of sprinkles. That's about it as it is fading, moving through the area. As we go through the rest of the day, though, only upper 60s to near 70 degrees, a little bit of milky sun through the afternoon. Another round of showers and storms through the late afternoon, evening. A lot of that in western lower Michigan and maybe parts of our north zone. Just something to watch for later. But boy, if you think this is how it's going to be all holiday weekend, you're wrong. We have a little sun coming. We have 64, though, right now. And again, that severe threat today, really in this yellow area, slight risk, western lower Michigan. And you can see that is why. We'll track that and where it heads today, plus Saturday's severe weather chances here. Sandra, coming up.
Thank you, Brandon. Violence breaks out across Detroit as 7 people are shot in 5 different locations. It all happened overnight. The shootings happened between 11 and 2 this morning. One happened during a music video shoot on Edgewood and Irwin. Police say 2 cars collided and then the people inside opened fire. 2 were hit. 2 others are in custody. Another shooting happened on Lang near Moross and Kelly. That's where an 18-year-old man was killed and another man, a 22-year-old man, was injured. He's in critical condition. All of those shootings are under investigation at this hour. And right now, 2 children are in the hospital following a late-night crash in Detroit. This happened right around 11:30 near West Chicago and Forer. Police say the children were passengers in a 2008 Saturn when it was hit by another car. A 3-year-old girl and a 10-year-old girl, they're both in critical condition right now. The driver in that Sierra, they were arrested for driving drunk. The back and forth between the president and Nancy Pelosi is turning very personal now. The president firing back at the House Speaker after she publicly questioned his fitness for office. Here's Peter Alexander.
This morning, bitterness and biting attacks. The feud between President Trump and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi getting more personal.
Crazy Nancy. I tell you what, I've been watching her, and I have been watching her for a long period of time. She's not the same person. She's lost it.
The president taking aim hours after Pelosi took her own sharp jabs.
I pray for the President of the United States. I wish that his family or his administration or his staff would have an intervention for the good of the country.
Asked whether she's concerned about the president's well-being.
I am. And the well-being of the United States of America.
The president defending his mental fitness.
I haven't changed very much. Been very consistent. I'm an extremely stable genius. Okay.
Pelosi responding on Twitter, when the extremely stable genius starts acting more presidential, I'll be happy to work with him. The ugly clash follows that 3-minute White House meeting where the president said he couldn't work with Democrats because they're focused on investigating him after the Mueller report. And Democrats accuse President Trump of having a temper tantrum. The president pushing back.
I walked out. I was so calm. You all saw me minutes later.
Prompting a lineup of his top aides to vouch for him.
Kellyanne, what was my temperament yesterday?
Very calm, no temper tantrum.
What was my tone yesterday?
Very calm. I've seen both, and this is definitely not angry or ranting.
Pelosi offered another explanation for why President Trump abruptly ended Tuesday's meeting.
The White House is just crying out for impeachment. That's why he flipped yesterday.
Do you want to be impeached?
I don't think anybody wants to be impeached. They don't feel they can win the election, so they're trying to do the 1,000 stabs. Keep stabbing.
Paul Whelan, the Novi man currently detained in Russia on spying charges, is speaking out from behind bars. He told reporters he's been threatened and subjected to abuse and harassment. He also says he believes he's a victim of political kidnapping, and his imprisonment, he feels, is retaliation for U.S. sanctions. Today, a Russian court extended his arrest for another 3 months. On a weekend where we honor our brave men and women who paid the ultimate price, police are investigating vandalism at a Vietnam memorial. Flags thrown, flowers destroyed, and that's not all. What cleanup crews found spray painted on the memorial. But first, British Prime Minister Theresa May is stepping down. Coming up next at noon, the familiar face who's rumored to replace her. Paula?
Oh, those sweet last moments of senior high school on the last day. Take a look inside. This particular class is very special because it is graduating 7 sets of twins. So imagine not only saying goodbye to your friends and to your childhood, but imagine separating from your twin. We'll have the story today at 4 on First at 4.